On the one hand, it felt like a very typical Trump day of, you know, whatever, some crazy hyperbole threats and then no action, some weaseling out of it later on. But I feel like it also goes deeper than that. I feel like the Greta Thunberg video is really the video that speaks volumes.
The President of the United States just said that a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. The President of the United States just said that a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. And no one is reacting. This speaks for itself. What the fuck is anyone even doing at this point? We have normalized genocide, total annihilation of entire people, the systematic destruction of the biosphere, which we are all depending on to survive, and that corrupt, racist war criminals can act with complete impunity. But even though we have allowed far too much so far, it is not too late to say stop. If we don't, we shouldn't fucking be able to call ourselves human.
I mean, dude, can you argue with that? Dude, there's no argument to be had with that. Because look at the Trump post. He said, a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight. One of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world, 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran. Just that first statement, a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. That is, in fact, a genocidal statement. The destruction of a whole civilization to be gone forever. That's literally the definition of genocide. So whether he means it or doesn't mean it, he's like basically threatening a genocidal intent. And then at the end, he says, oh, God bless the great people that I threatened to genocide in the beginning of it. And the fact that we have like normalized this sort of language from the President of the United States, probably the most powerful leadership position in the whole world, is basically just, you know, tweeting around with his thumbs that, like, you know, we're going to just destroy an entire civilization if we don't get what we want. I think that's asinine. I think that is asinine and irresponsible and completely unnecessary. And it's like desensitizing people to these very real issues that we're grappling with in the world. Now, so much today, so many people today were like basically defending this, and they were saying, oh, it's just bluster. He's just negotiating. But like, is that a negotiation threatening to end an entire civilization, never to come back again? Is that really a negotiation? And if you don't take it serious, then who would, right? If you're saying Trump isn't to be taken seriously, then why would anybody listen to his shit? Trump literally, he does. He accelerates moral decay. He absolutely does. Trump is taking the moral fabric, the fabric of decency, and he's just shredding it. He's just shredding it to where the most powerful people with the biggest responsibilities in the whole world can behave like, you know, war criming children, and we're supposed to just give him some sort of a free pass. I look at this in real simple terms. Number one, guys, there is the issue of the threatening genocidal activity in the middle, in the context of like whatever, a conflict, which I don't think is okay, right? I really don't. I mean, even if you're at war, like issuing threats of making a whole civilization die is ridiculous. and stupid. Okay, it is. It is so over the top. Okay, it is. But all day today, right-wing people were defending this online. Oh, it's just Trump being Trump. But this is the same shit they said with his grab him by the pussy comments. This is the same shit they said when he said that all Hispanic people are rapists, right? I mean, they are continually allowing him to push the Overton window of decency to where, you know, you no longer even have to be decent. It's like, oh, you took my parking space? I'm going to wipe out your whole fucking family right now. I'm going to line them all up and just gun them down. And it's like, whoa, dude. I was here first, bro. I just rolled into a parking space. Like, you need to go get some antidepressants and go fucking get some therapy, dude. You know what I mean? Like, slow your roll there, Zippy. Okay? Jesus, you emotionally dysregulated freak, right? That's like the stepping stone we're at now, where the Overton window of decency has been moved to the point of the tiniest, like, you know, disturbance allows this gross overreaction, and we're supposed to bow down before this mega threat, you know? And dude, it's childish and it's abusive, and it's not okay. On top of this, he fucking backed down, dude. Basically, he gave them 2 weeks without even having a deal. There was no deal. There was no communication. There was no agreement. He just said, okay, if we can negotiate, I'll give you 2 weeks. But like, dude, you could have done that without like threatening the whole civilization. I mean, he's making it seem like it was his threat that got them to the bargaining table. But dude, that's bullshit. I'm not buying that for a minute. So afterwards, he wrote, based on conversations with Prime Minister Sharif and Field Marshal Munir of Pakistan, and wherein they requested I hold off the destructive forces being sent tonight to Iran, and subject to the Islamic Republic of Iran agreeing to complete, immediate, and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz, I agree to suspend the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks. So guys, he didn't even talk to Iran. His note is saying, based on conversations with Pakistan and subject to Iran opening the Hormuz, I will forego the destruction for 2 weeks. Dude, what the hell are we even talking about? And he said, this will be a double-sided ceasefire. The reason for doing so is we have already met and exceeded all military objectives and are very far along with the definitive agreement concerning long-term peace with Iran and peace in the Middle East. We received a 10-point proposal from Iran and believe it is a workable basis on which to negotiate. Almost all of the various points of past contention have been agreed to between the U.S. and Iran, but a 2-week period will allow the agreement to be finalized, consummated on behalf of the United States of America, blah, blah, blah. It is an honor to have this long-term problem close to resolution, is what he says. So he moves the deadline to 2 weeks from now, but there's no agreement of any sort. He just says Iran gave us the 10-point plan. Now, we don't exactly know what the 10-point plan is. People did post. What I saw online was this, that said a commitment to non-aggression, a continuation of Iran's control over the Strait of Hormuz, acceptance of uranium enrichment, lifting of all primary and secondary sanctions, termination of all UN Security Council resolutions, termination of Board of Governors resolutions, payment of compensation to Iran, withdrawal of U.S. combat forces from the region, and cessation of war on all fronts, including against Hezbollah in Lebanon. So that's the 10-point, right? But dude, look at this. Look at number 3, dude. Acceptance of uranium enrichment, which is like, Supposedly, that was the whole point of this thing, right? Huh. You know, the other one that's pretty weird is number 2, okay? Because, like, basically, and we'll see how this shakes out, but basically, if they get uranium enrichment and they get to control the Strait of Hormuz and charge $2 million tolls and a removal of sanctions, this will have been a massive win and moneymaker for Iran, and it will have defeated the whole supposed purpose that Trump made up in the first place about the uranium. So, yeah, and again, we'll see, but I look at this one down here, number 10, like, dude, there's no way. I just feel like there's no way that 1 in 10 are going to be doable, guys. Okay? No one is going to be able to, like Israel is not going to be able to not do 1 in 10. Like, think about that, guys. Israel has never not warred, ever. Since its inception, Israel has been warring with everyone in the region, like, nearly around the clock. So, I don't know. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.